Hi guys, I think my internet cut out for a minute there. Um, it appears to be back up. So I'm gonna keep working on this habitat. It looks like the monkeys actually need less sand. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the long grass in these other areas. Uh, oh, you know what? There's sand all over the path. Did not think about that. Hmm. Maybe we could switch out this the sand on the path for dirt. Here I am trying to cover up like the tiny bits of sand that are in the grass. There's sand everywhere on the path. So, um yeah, I here we go. So let's just see about putting some dirt in this path. Hopefully that will kind of fix the sand issue here. And I'll just put dirt out here as well so it matches. And I'll probably go back in with the grass and break this up a little bit. It's looking like a lot of dirt right now. Yeah, I did not even think about the fact that these animals would not like sand when I was placing this path in here. Okay, that's actually enough dirt. So we had to cover up all the sand. Um, let's break this up. Let's just check the capybaras are still okay with the terrain. So they need more short grass. So I'm going to get the short grass now. One of the javelinas is about to inbreed, and we'll break this up. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna draw the soil back, and I'm just sort of clicking over and over so that I just create one little spot of dirt at a time, and that gives it a more varied look. And then let's also put some dirt out here. So that does not look quite as uh, stark as it did. Now their terrain, they need even more short grass. So let's go ahead and draw in some more of that. Okay, and that should be good for both animals. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Right. Let's check on the javelinas. So, yeah, it's one of these down here. Let's go ahead and move all of these javelinas to storage. And I'm going to probably release them to the wild. Let's see how many we picked up. Um, yeah, we do not need this many. That one's pregnant. So let's release these 5 or 6, I guess. Okay, now let's take care of this issue. So I'm gonna get the trash can here. and then turn on the heat map, and we'll see where there is trash. Let's go ahead and place some trash cans over here. It looks like there's a lot of trash on this path. Oh wow, there is a lot of trash. I know I have enough trash cans. I wish this heat map would also highlight the trash cans, but just so I can see where they are. Let's go ahead and put another one there. Okay, quite a lot up here. I'm gonna get some trash cans on this side. And then let's put 2 more there. Even though there's 2 there I just placed and there's already 2 there, but and I just put 2 there, there's 2 over here. I feel like this is not really a trash can problem. But we'll get another one in the middle of that path, I guess. And maybe I can put one up here. SJP Media says, hey. Hi, SJP Media. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I guess we'll put some more trash cans over here. You do? Thank you. Thank you. I am doing well. My internet cut out for a little bit, so uh actually this game also runs on internet, so I couldn't even play the game for a minute, but right now I'm just placing trash cans because there's a lot of litter in the zoo, and I think this is actually a problem with not having enough caretakers. Exciting. Yeah, I guess so. It's part of the zoo management. It's just part of zoo management. I forgot to say this at the beginning of the stream, but I guess I did this last night. I placed a bunch of vending machines around the zoo, like 5 vending machines for drinks because people were getting thirsty in the zoo, so I decided to place some vending machines. Let's get a couple more over here. Okay, that looks like enough trash cans, I think, for now. Let's see how our caretakers are doing. There's only 6 caretakers. I might hire about 4 more right now. Yeah, and last year we made $68,000. We're doing very well with the money. I actually have almost $1 million right now. Okay, I thought I just did this, but the llama's habitat is dirty again. Let's see how many llamas are in here. Maybe we should take some of them out. There's actually only 4 females and there's 9 males. So let's maybe remove some of these males so it's more balanced. Let's see now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 males, 3 females. One of the females is a baby. Okay. Look at all these llamas. There's actually a bunch. Okay, and now one of our monkeys caught a disease. So let's see also how many zookeepers we have. I think I'll hire 4 more zookeepers as well, because we just added a new habitat. And then maybe another vet. It looks like the mechanics all have a high workload. So maybe we could use a couple more mechanics. I think sometimes in my zoos I overhire staff and then I end up losing money because I have too many staff too early on. But in this zoo, I've been a lot more conservative with how I hire the staff. So, yeah, let's research this disease. I think maybe I don't have enough staff in this one. Oh, look at all these people. That's a lot of people. They really want to see the capybara. Um, yeah. Okay. So the monkeys need some climbing space, just a little bit. Um, let's look at the enrichment. Maybe, yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to do this to myself again, but I thought I could place the metal climbing frame in here. It looks like it actually fits here, which is weird. I guess this is a much bigger habitat. There's also this much bigger climbing frame. I don't know if I'm gonna go with that. I'll probably get this actually, or maybe even this one. And let's see if we can kind of put it right in the middle of this path. That's very cool. Okay. And then I just want to give them a couple more climbing structures. Maybe one over here, another one on that side. Let's see if we can fit this smaller one. Okay, and then I'm also gonna check the traversable area. Okay, so that looks all right. Let's see for the capybara. Um, I'm not sure why this food tray is showing black. That should be yellow for the capybara. Oh, okay, now it's yellow. Okay, I think that was just an error. Let's see. We got another challenge done. These two that I'm having a little trouble with is well, I guess not trouble necessarily, but it says to release one spectacled bear to the wild and increase the spectacled bear education to 7%. Right now we're at 5%. And I do have an extra bear in my storage. I just want to keep one bear. I don't want to release the only bear I have. So probably when this guy grows up, I'll release one of them to the wild and we can get that challenge done. There's so many people in here, it's a little unrealistic. Yeah, I don't know why they've all decided this is the place to be. Okay. I guess we should put some plants down in here. I want to place some more lamps actually. So let's go ahead and put some lamps down this way. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna move this one over a little bit. We can get another lamp up here. One here. And let's do one on this side. Let's also get one over here. Okay, and the sun came back up. Maybe I should just change the opening hours of the zoo so that it's not dark. But I said that before, and then I said, but I like how the lamps look in the morning, because it's really pretty. So, yeah, I'm kind of conflicted. There's actually someone walking through this plaza right now. There's nothing there yet. Okay, this tree is casting a very long shadow over this entire habitat. Let's see. It's 9:30 right now in the zoo. Vet research is complete. Okay, that's for the disease. Um, yeah, let's go back to researching the jaguar now. Okay. I definitely like this tree here, but it's just casting a very long shadow on its habitat. It's a bit strange. Let's go ahead and put donation bins over here. Yeah, let's get one on the outside here, I guess. And I guess I can place this inside the habitat as well. Maybe I will put one there. And we'll get another one on this side. Then let's also place a couple for the people viewing the habitat out here. And maybe I will just move this over to there actually. Um, I just had the thought to maybe switch over to the career mode in this game. Um, I'm working on the Nevada State Eco Zoo in career mode. So I don't know if I'd rather do that. Did one of our capybara passed away already? Oh no. Uh, how old is this one? That one's only 3 years old. This one was already 10. Okay. Okay, we have to take care of the cougars. I'm just not feeling super enthused about this zoo today. I think I've been working on it a lot. Um, I don't know if you have any opinions. The zoo is looking great. R.I.P. the capybara. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Um, I don't know. If you have any opinions about switching over to the Nevada State Eco Zoo, let me know because we might have a little more fun doing that today. Do it? Okay. Okay. Maybe I will. I kind of do just want to get this habitat set up. I think I would like to put some plants in here at least. So let's also get some toys in here for them. We'll get a couple cardboard boxes. We can do the fruit spike tree. This forage box. Let's see. Yeah, I was hoping that would fit back here. This thing is just so big. Kind of have to plan for it. There's a hot water tap. What does that do? Hmm. Maybe this would be a fun thing to have next to the pond. Yeah, I haven't actually seen this item. Maybe we put one over here. Okay, we increased the spectacled bear education to 7%. It seems kind of random the way that happens. Let's put the melon feeder, the mirror mobile. Let's put that back here. The keyboard. And then the rubber duck. Okay, there is a lot of toys actually. We'll just get all of them. Sprinkler. Okay, it's obstructed right there. I think I'm putting it on top of other stuff. I can't see where it is. Okay, well, we can put it there. Okay, that looks good. For the toys, one of our white-faced Saki just passed away. There's a baby in here. I don't think I've seen a baby yet. Oh, look at it. That's very cute. Okay, and let's think about getting some plants. We just have to. Now, the jaguars had four more babies. This time they had three that were melanistic and one that was a regular yellow with spots. Anyways, let's go ahead and trade a few of these. And then one of the llamas died. R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. the llama. That's too bad. Okay, I just saw a notification that a raccoon matured. So let's also take out some of these raccoons. Yeah, we'll get all these guys. And let's see how many raccoons we have now. Okay, this guy we can trade. That one will probably release. Let's see. This one, let's trade. Trade her. Trade her. I'm just trading the ones with the gold ribbon on them, but I'm keeping the best three. I guess we can trade this one too. And then someone might want this one. It's an albino, so we'll try to trade all of those. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and go back to the main menu and let's actually work on the career zoo that I was talking about. So I think this will be a little more of a fun challenge because I'm still struggling to make money in this zoo and we have a lot of loans to pay off. So I'll show you once we get in there, but here it is. Nevada State Eco Zoo. And maybe I will edit my stream info. Yeah, I don't think I can do that from my I don't think I can do that from my streaming software. I think the only place I've seen to edit the stream info is on Twitch. So I'm just going to rename this now. Okay, let's see if that updated. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this says now nestled within a rocky valley and atop a small mesa, Emma Goodwin's first zoo is also intended to be a world's first, a zoo with as much diversity in its flora as its fauna and with peerless environmental credentials. Without a doubt, the Nevada State Eco Zoo is a big swing for the fences, and guess who's up at bat? That would be me. I'm up at bat. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here because I don't want to lose too much money. But we need to adopt and place 4 different habitat species, increase the conservation rating to 1 star, and reach 10% plant diversity across at least 3 habitats. So the only habitat I have in this zoo right now is the timber wolves. And they actually have very low welfare because I have not researched any food or toy enrichment for them. So let's start doing that. Let's go to where am I trying to go? Staff? No. Vet research is right there. Okay. So let's research the timber wolf. We only have 1 vet working in the zoo, but that should be okay. I have this little food court up here, the information center. And then I have an exhibit house. So there's a few different animals in here. There's 6 different animals, I guess. There was a couple that I was not able to get male and female of, so I'm gonna check. And this probably did not update since I last played the game because I've had it on pause. So if we look at the finances, I took out $45,000 of loans. And it looks like right now I have to pay $15,000 a year. So probably for 3 years, I'll be paying that much. Well, this one says 3 years remaining. This one says 4 years remaining. And if we look at the finances last year and 2 years ago, I made money. So we made 1,500 2 years ago, 1,800 last year. So very, very small profit margins. This year we are underwater. And it's just January, so that could change. Let's also check how many staff we have. So 1 vet, 2 keepers, 2 mechanics, security guard, caretakers, and then I have 6 vendors because I have 3 shops. I like to keep 2 vendors per shop. I did set up the paths a little bit in this zoo where we have a path coming down here. So we could do a little habitat over here. And there's also a bridge on this side, so I thought it would be cool to do something, maybe some kind of a big animal where people could look down into the habitat and see the animal kind of more at eye level if it was an elephant or something. I think, let's see, so we can sculpt the terrain in this zoo, but we actually cannot place water. So any animal that needs water is going to have to go around this pond, which is a little bit of an inconvenience. But let's actually look at the animal trading and see what's available. So there's African buffalo, there's Bard's tapir, black wildebeest, gharials, flamingos, Himalayan brown bear, hippo, Indian elephant, which I would really like to get the Indian elephant, but I don't have enough conservation credits for that. Zebras. Zebras would be a good option. Red panda, saltwater crocodile, snow leopard, springbok, timber wolves, which we already have. So I might go with the zebra next. Let's see, maybe we could do, I don't know if the zebra go with any other animals. They do. So we can get the African buffalo, and then I also saw the springbok. These can all go in the same habitat. But I would really like to do probably the buffalo and the zebras together. Let's just make sure that these ones don't need water. So I'm gonna click on the buffalo as well. The buffaloes do need water, it looks like. So let's try maybe the springbok. They don't need any water. Okay. Mr. Mermeow's the perfect. Can we see the progress? Yeah, so I kind of just started this scenario in the career mode. I only have the timber wolves in here so far, and then some exhibit animals inside this house. There's like some snakes and the scorpion in there. And I just have a very basic layout right now for the zoo. This is not the one you were working on before. No, I decided to switch it up today. I was working on the Tarantula Zoo just like 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago, but I switched over to this one in the career section. So yeah, this is a different zoo. I think we'll set up a barrier over here. I did use the wood logs and probably the chain link fence. Yeah, so if you do want to see the progress on my the other zoo, the Tarantula Zoo, you can check out the VOD once it's posted. It should at the beginning I was working on that zoo for about an hour today, so you can see the progress I've made there if you want. That might be a little close to the fence. Okay, and then we'll do a curved section around here. We probably don't even need a fence over here. I'm just gonna undo that actually. Let's bring this straight into this hillside and then we'll switch over to the null fence because they're not going to be able to climb this. Let's just see where we are. Okay, and then I'll probably switch back to the wood poles here. Okay, let's bring this all the way over here and then switch back to null. Um, okay, I'm gonna have to draw this from the other side now. And let's just move this so it's in line and then we don't need that piece. Okay, I'm gonna check how tall the fence needs to be for the zebra. This one is 4.125 feet. Same for the zebra. Okay. So that is tall enough on that side. Let's see about over here because we might need to drag up this section. If I can just click on this pole, that should be, we'll make sure this is 4 feet tall. And then maybe, yeah, I'm gonna edit this a little bit so that makes a little more sense. Okay. I don't think they will be able to get out of there. I wonder how wild animals feel when they are given houses inside the zoo. Yeah, that's a interesting thought. Um, well, hopefully they don't mind it, I guess. Hopefully they feel like they're taken care of inside the zoo. And then we're gonna need a path. I think I was using the blue path in this one. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know where to put this path actually. I guess we can start down here. I'll just have to bring it up this way. Uh, okay. I don't know why that's not connecting. Let's connect it over here. And then we can get a gate for the habitat. Let's see how big this is. 21,000 square feet. That should be a good size. Zebras and springbok. Yeah, let's adopt those animals. And then let's see how many springbok are available. Oh, good. There's 3 here. Okay. And we will send these guys to quarantine. Hopefully the people are willing to walk this far. I think they will. We should get another keeper hut down here. Make them walk. Yeah, for sure. There is a limit to how far the guest will walk to the next thing in the zoo. I've opened the zoo sometimes where the people will not even they will walk into the zoo and they'll turn right back around and leave. You can put a bathroom all the way on the other side. They will have no choice but to walk. Yeah, there's an idea. Okay, let's get a keeper hut down here. It's just the mechanics of how the guests walk around in this game. I guess they need something like every 50 yards to draw them to the next spot, or they won't walk over there. So sometimes you'll see them where they just walk down a path. They will get so far and then turn around because they don't want to walk all the way to the next thing. It's kind of funny. Okay, I'm almost ready to unpause here. I just feel like we're gonna start losing money as soon as I unpause, and then I'm not gonna have enough money to finish this habitat. So let's see what we can get in here for them. Here we go, Springbok, and it's gonna be in plain zebra, plain zebra. So we can put their water in here. They probably both eat out of this, so I will just get a couple of those. And then let's make sure they have a shelter. Yeah, I think we might need to go with this bigger one. Okay. Um, hmm. I don't know if I like how that looks. I feel like this should definitely be facing the other way, first of all, so that the roof is sloped up. Let's go ahead and move the water over here. And then I'm just gonna change where the habitat door is probably. So we can get it. Yeah, I'm also gonna delete that path. And if we just put it right there, that should work. Okay, let's not forget our donation bins, because we need those to make money. So we can get a couple of those. And I'll also try to put up their signs over here, because the guests actually pay more when they're educated. So let's just spin that around. And I'll put a few of these because we're going to have two species. Okay, we're running out of money fast. I guess these are not that expensive, the signs, but let's get a speaker over here and then one down here maybe. Okay, I think I'm ready to hit play. And we're probably going to lose all this money. I don't know, it's not going down yet. Oh, you know what? We forgot to uh, put power over here. Okay, I knew I would forget something. Let's get the transformer. And we can also put that back here. I think I put it backwards. Hold on. Okay. That was just gonna bother me, that sharp angle in the path there. You know what? I did forget to put a bathroom in this zoo. Um, the bathroom actually costs $2,000, so we do not have enough money for that. Okay, it looks like our money's going up. It was green there for a second, this little arrow down here. The wolves are howling in my ear. Let's just check how they're doing in quarantine. Okay. Looks like they all just got delivered. Okay, our money's almost gone. I think the loans here are not included in the total profit, which is it's a little bit different for me. I think every other game that I play includes the loans within the profit section of the finances tab, but I think in this game it is literally just income versus expenses. It does not include the purchases, it does not include the loans. Okay, look at that. They are passing quarantine. Okay, so let's move them into the habitat over here. And the only reason I did not put the African buffalo in here is because they need water. And we only have access to this water in the middle in this lake here. So, which actually looks like it's too high on some sides. It looks like it's too high for the animals to even get in there. It's probably going to take them a second to get over here. I see them running. We're in the negatives now. But look at that. We just turned a profit for the year. We're at $4 positive. Now it's negative. So that's not so bad. I can take out one more $5,000 loan if we need it. But as long as we're making a profit, I probably won't want to do that because we are almost, I mean, we're almost at the break even right now, meaning we're almost at $0 in the bank account. Okay, let's see how they're doing. I want to check their space first. Okay, this is definitely plenty of space for them. I did not put like any bedding down in this shelter. I should have done that. They do not like this prickly pear that's in here, so oh, I don't have enough money to remove the prickly pear. Okay. Let's see if people start walking over here. It looks like they are heading this way, this one group of people. And they're going to turn around right there. I knew it. I knew they would. So that's really unfortunate because that means we're not going to make any money from this habitat unless I can get a bathroom over here to make them walk. Oh wait, someone else is walking. Someone else is walking and they passed the point where the other people turned around. Maybe they will make it all the way to the habitat. Okay, maybe they will. Maybe they will. Let's see. If they make it to this donation bin, this will be a success. Look at, she's viewing the habitat. Okay. I got really nervous when those people turned around, but you've been robbed. When did that happen? Okay. What are they looking at? They're looking at the water over there. There's no animals that way, people. They're over here. Okay. Anyways, we're still losing money. We're definitely still losing money. I wish I could pay back a little bit of the loan on here. Unfortunately, I have to pay the whole $10,000 that I still owe. Let's just see how our donation bin is doing. $0 so far. We can turn these on though. Okay. So I made one speaker for the zebra and one speaker for the springbok. And then we have both signs right here. And these people are looking at the sign. They were just looking at the sign. I guess there's one more animal to deliver. Let's see how many are in here. Looks like we have 2 zebras and just 2 springboks so far. Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick break here. I will be right back in a second, and then uh, I might leave this running and just see how the money looks when I get back. Be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. So our money actually stayed mostly stable while I was gone. We have negative $2,000 now. So we only lost, and actually it just went back up to negative 1,800. It looks like our total profit is almost $5,000 for the year so far, and we're in September. There's a lot of people viewing the habitat as well. I don't know if I can change this, the time of day here. Yeah, it looks like I can. So let's just see. We'll probably want to put that on 20 hours. And then we'll see once it gets to the morning how dark it is. One of our rattlesnake had offspring. So I have all the exhibit animals in here set up to manage their population in order to trade them for conservation credits. So we haven't been getting very many conservation credits from that, but a few is better than none because we're going to need those to buy some of the other animals like the elephant. And let's see, it is the morning now, so yeah, I'm just going to adjust this. Let's see, probably to 7. Okay. Okay, I'm glad I can change that because I do not like when it's too dark in this game. Yeah, so we did lose about another $1,000 just now. And they are complaining that there's high amounts of litter. I probably don't have enough trash cans. Well, actually, there's a bunch of trash cans over here. So I don't know about that. Okay, here comes my cat. There you go. There you go. Keep going. Okay. We finished some vet research for the timber wolf, which is good. Let's see how many donations we're getting. Not very much over here. Oh, this one has a lot more actually. So this is 1,700 in that one. And then probably no one has walked that far. One of the springbok is about to mate. So what I'm probably going to do here is probably just fast forward for a little bit until we're done repaying this loan. I'm trying to figure out where I guess my yearly payment is $15,000. So I won't really be in the positive until I can make a profit of $15,000, which I'm not sure that's going to happen. The profit right now is 6,000. So I am going to fast forward a little bit here and just see if we can pay off at least one of those loans. And start making some money. Okay, it looks like last year our profit was $7,000 total. And our loan still has 2 years remaining on it. One of the Springbok has low welfare. Let's see why. It looks like I was stressed out. So that's going to be the reason. You know what? I also did want to just check if we could get some more boa constrictors, but it looks like these all cost money. if they costed conservation credits, we could get another one. I only have a female in here right now. And then I think, so the Mexican red knee tarantula, I was able to get 2 of those. The puff adder, there's a lot. Okay, I guess they can have 5 of them in there. I think the other one I got is the desert scorpion. So there's only a female desert scorpion. So let me just check. These will probably all cost money, yeah. Okay. Oh, look at all the litter on the ground. Oh, it's definitely all over here. Well, we're looking good so far. We made $3,000. It's only April. Looks like we finished some more vet research. Yeah, I might just switch over now to researching the zebra. Let's keep watching the finances. It does look like we're on track to make a lot more money than last year. Our cash flow is actually in the positive range because we've made more money so far than we've spent on the loan so far this year. So that's really good to see. Let's just remind ourselves what the challenges are here. We need to adopt 4 different habitat species, so we've already got 3 out of 4. Increase conservation rating to 1 star. We're at 0.7, and as soon as we start releasing animals to the wild, that should go up a lot. And then we are only at 3% plant diversity because we only have plants in 1 habitat right now. So our profit so far is at 10,000. I think we're off to a good start in this zoo. Looks like our cash flow dipped into the negative. Okay, we finished some mechanic research. That's gonna give us, let's see what that gives us actually, the wind turbine. Okay, that's good to see. Um, I think let's just see. Yeah, so in the gold star here, we actually need to power everything in the zoo with renewable energy. So that's why I started researching the power in the mechanic research. It's because we're going to need to use only the wind turbines and the solar panels to power everything in the zoo, which is definitely going to be a challenge when we've already set up the zoo with the transformers already. But let's see. It looks like we need to clean this habitat. We might not have enough zookeepers right now. Okay, and then our zebra actually has a disease. So let's also call the vet over here. I think we still only have 2 zookeepers. I just want to make sure we're making a profit before I start hiring more people. I think another zebra caught a disease. Okay, it looks like the vet's taking it now. Okay, so our cash flow, let's see. So I posted the numbers for last year. Our cash flow was negative 1,500, but our total profit was 11,400. So as soon as we're done, which we are done paying this loan actually, our yearly payments are going to go down to 8,700. So this year we should be able to be back in the positive, I would think. Our cash flow so far this year is 450. And I think this is just how you have to play these scenarios sometimes in the career mode. You kind of just have to, even when I start a new franchise zoo, sometimes I find myself fast forwarding just to the point where the zoo starts making money. And then from that point, it's just kind of nonstop. You can just build more and more from that point. I realized I have the railing on the ground path still. I was using that in the Tarantula zoo, but for this zoo, I don't want it. I do not have enough money to replace those pieces, but we'll do that. Um, it looks like we might need another staff room as well. Our vet research is complete for the zebra. Okay, I'm getting a lot of alerts. Let's call the vet over to the wolves. For some reason, they haven't been visiting. I guess it's because we only have one vet who has to take care of both these habitats and research, but our money is definitely going up. Okay, nice. So actually, last year again, we had a positive cash flow of $2,000 and our total profit was $11,000 again, very similar to 2 years ago. We're almost done paying off this loan as well. Okay, so that loan is done. So we have no more payments to make, and look at that. Looks like we are back in positive money. So I might just turn this on to double speed then. We can finish fixing up this habitat. Let's just fix this path. I'm just taking the railings off. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the terrain for these animals. They're gonna need short grass, long grass. Oh, an animal has escaped. Okay. Right. So this was the baby springbok who escaped. Um, well, let's see. Maybe actually it was an adult springbok that escaped, and that one just jumped out too. I wonder why it took them so long to to jump out, if they could escape the whole time. So let's just fix this. We'll drag this up a little bit. I think the Springbok need a 4-foot fence. So let's bring it up to, so that's over 4 feet. And then this next piece we'll also make into wood logs, and we can bring it down like that. Oh, insufficient funds. Okay. I just paused the game because the animals escaped, but I'm gonna need to keep making money while I do this, so maybe I'll turn this one into wood logs as well, and we'll just get kind of a nice slope on there. Okay, let's see if they can still escape. No, that looks good. Okay. So also the springbok also wants soil in their habitat. Uh, let's let's start by placing some more trash cans because there's trash everywhere and I can see it. Um, yeah. So we'll start by placing some soil in here. And of course the sun's gonna go down right now. That's probably enough soil. I wasn't even watching. And then let's get some grass. And some of the long grass. I'm just trying to get kind of a nice texture here by mixing the two grass. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the dirt. They probably want a bit more grass than that. So yeah, let's just see now their terrain. The zebras want more short grass. Okay, and look at that. We already have $7,000. The springbok also want more short grass. So we'll just cover up a lot of this grass with the short grass. Yeah, I thought they would want more long grass because they are plains animals, but I guess not. Okay, now the zebras want more long grass, and that's actually good for the springbok. So just a little bit more long, I guess. Right. We'll just do something like that. And let's check these guys. They are okay. Okay. Now let's put some bedding in their shelter. That's fine. Now let's see, we've unlocked the grazing ball feeder, so let's get a couple of those. And that will be some enrichment for them. There's still high amounts of litter in the zoo. It's gonna take the caretakers a while to clean this all up. So let's check. So last year we made $11,000. I think we should hire another zookeeper and then maybe another caretaker. And I think that will actually be okay. We'll see how that goes. Let's also put some plants in this habitat. We can remove that prickly pear first of all. Let's start with some of these palm trees. And I'll turn on random rotation. Okay, that's probably enough palm trees. Let's see what else we have. The baobab tree. I like this one a lot because it was also in Zoo Tycoon, the baobab tree. So I do like to put one of these in here, but they are just so huge. Maybe we will get one. Yeah, that looks okay, I think. I think I would just rather have maybe a shorter palm tree next to it. Maybe some of these candelabra trees. The common reeds. I usually put these near the water. I don't know if they're really like a water reed. So maybe we'll just fit some of these in here. And then this is a nice looking tree. Let's get a couple of those. The fever tree, I like this one a lot because it has a green bark. We'll do some of these bushes. Okay, that was kind of a lot of bushes. Hold on. I think one of our springbok just died. Okay. I want this to look like the savannah, not like forest. Let's see. We're getting pretty close to the zebra's limit for plants. And then the springbok, same thing. Um, I would probably like to put some type of flower in here. Maybe these pincushion flowers. And then I also think there's a red poppy. So I like the red poppy. Oops, that one was floating. Let's try that again. Okay, and that should actually be good for their habitat. Let's see how we're doing now. We have 5% plant diversity. Okay, I don't know exactly what this is calculating, but it looks like we did reach the goal of increasing our conservation rating to 1 star. So let's see. One of the springbok died. It was actually the male. It looks like some of the litter's getting cleaned out. Okay, so let's go back to animal trading. We'll get a new male springbok. We'll send him to quarantine. And then, okay, so the camel showed up in here. That was not an option. The Nile monitor. There's a lot of zebras for sale right now. Maybe we'll get another female zebra. Let's see what else we can get. It looks like that's it right now. The elephant is not even available. So sometimes it's a little hard to know what animals are all available in these scenarios because they are not always in the market. But maybe we can get another boa constrictor. So we'll send him to the boa constrictor exhibit. And then the desert hairy scorpion. Let's also get one of those in here. And now let's just see. This one can live, it looks like there can be up to 6 animals in here. So we will set this at 3. Release to wild, conservation credits, lowest first, and then we'll do the same thing here. Release to wild for conservation credits. And then the boa constrictor is probably only 2 of them. Yeah, it is. Okay. So let's also manage the population over here. We'll release them to the wild again. That way we can get some conservation credits by releasing them. I just want to see if how many conservation credits we've made. But it does not look like we've made very many. 1 over here. 1 conservation credit. Okay, wow. Um, I am gonna get a bathroom because I forgot to do that. I think the bathroom can go right here. Actually, maybe I would rather have this down here a little bit. Okay, our springbok passed quarantine. Our zoo is low on cash again. Let's see how the finances are doing. Last year we made $14,000. Our cash flow was $10,000 in the positive. Okay, let's get both of these animals moved into their habitat. And then let's see how the wolves are doing. We have not had any baby wolves. Oh, we don't have power again. Um, let's actually just start thinking about the power for this zoo because I am going to real quickly turn these off and see about how many wind turbines we would need. So we would definitely need one maybe up here. That way we can start just planning to power the zoo with renewable energy. Okay, and that is the only one we can afford right now. Let's see if we can make another $2,000 here. I think these wind turbines are pretty noisy because they have a very large radius of effect on the guest, but I guess not as large as the transformer does. Okay, we actually made $2,000 again, so I'm gonna see where we might need a turbine, and that will probably be back here. And let me just check the negative impact. Let's switch back to power. Okay, so let's also get rid of that one. I don't think we need it anymore. And then we're just gonna need another wind turbine. Back here would be good. Of course, we don't have enough money for that right now. I'm gonna turn this transformer back on. Okay, let's see how our zebras are doing. So we now have 3 zebras and 3 springbok. They have plenty of room. They just want more toys, more enrichment. Oh, we had some baby springbok. Look at that. Let's see. One boy. Okay. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there for today. Um, so we did a couple different things today. We worked on the Tarantula Zoo for a little bit, and then we switched over to the Nevada State Eco Park, which is in the career section, and we built a new habitat over here. We built a, which is not quite finished, but we did build the capybara and capuchin monkey habitat in Tarantula Zoo, and look at that. Many guests think tickets are underpriced, so we can start increasing prices over here. That'll make us some more money. But I appreciate you all so much for watching. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.